So to get out of the prison, I don't know what it's called, but to get out of it is, I don't know, it's fairly simple. All the enemies are set up so that you can take them out one by one. But this first attempt is not the best way, because I'm actually trying not to kill anyone and not to be spotted. So yeah, but just take this out. All of these guards are walking cycles, except for this guy in front of you. He just looks forward the entire time. The guard across the hall, he walks out of the room, and that other guard just goes to the right there. Now I did go and hide all of these guys, but at this stage it's unnecessary. So I don't know, just put it out of the sight where these other two guards can't spot him. This guy will turn around, as you can see here, and that's your time to take it out. The guard in the other room is actually going to stay there for quite a while, and he won't be a problem. You have plenty of time to get him out. This last guard is... you have to be patient. I walked into the room a bit and then got him from behind and hit his body as well. Now this next part, in between this and the next part, there's actually some exploring, and be sure to pick up all the stuff that's lying around. It's fairly obvious, but if you look through the keyhole, you spot this guy. There's no one else around, so just walk through the door and grab him. Again, oh, by the way, that key, oh god, it doesn't unlock anything forward, backwards. It unlocks stuff forward, so don't bother going back to check. But again, yeah, you don't have to hide this guy. It's unnecessary. And if you keep going, you find this guy. Probably spot him as you see where I'm there. And there's no one in that room that you're looking at right now. So just take him out. I don't know. Again, don't need to hide him. But what I did want to show you is I found a purse. Yeah, so be sure to pick that up. So in this next part, you just have to pick up a bunch of explosives and eventually get to this courtyard. Two guys are out there. I actually left this full sequence in because it's, I don't know, it's kind of more tricky. I got this wrong a couple of times because the other guy is walking about. That guy is just stationary there. So usually when one guy is stationary, that's the guy you take out first, and then the other guy that's walking, you take him out second. But this is, again, this is fairly simple. Just hide behind the container here and wait until the other guard isn't looking. Just take him out, stick him behind the container or whatever it is. Be sure to save lots of time. It saves you a lot of replaying if you just save every time you're sure that somewhere you've got is the right way to go. So yeah, I'm gonna let this play out. There's nothing much to it. Just look at how the other guy's walking, make sure you come up behind him.
Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
But yeah, and sometimes when you aren't sure about what you've done, just create a secondary save so that you can fall back on the primary one, so that you you can essentially not have messed up the save, so that you can't redo a part from a specific part. So for instance, if this caused the other guy to get aggroed again and again and again, I would go back on the other file and try to figure out a different way. But in this case, it turns out that method I chose works. So the next part is a bit tricky. You end up in the hallway above, and all of those enemies you are better off hiding, because later on guys spawn in that area again. So yeah, if they're hidden, it just means that you won't be discovered. Again, in the next area you will see a guy walking about, and he's going to stand with his back to you, so that's a pretty strong indication. Yeah, that guy, he's going to turn his back towards you. That's a pretty strong indication that you just take him out and hide his body. And that guy seems to be fairly blind behind the windows, so I don't know, he was actually looking at me, but he spotted me a couple of times, but usually he did, so I just chose to hide the guy back. As long as you take him out of that room, it'll be fine. Okay, so this guy, there's a second guy in the room next door, so if you're uncareful he can spot you through that window to the right there. But this guy's gonna stand there and look at the console or whatever, and yeah, he'll be very easy pickings. Again, save frequently. This guy I chose to hide again, just to the left here for the same reasons as I have been the entire time. Going back into the room that we were in before, just look through the keyhole, you will see this guy, wait until he's standing like that, and just take him out. Pretty straightforward again. Be sure to hide his body in the courtyard beforehand. So yeah, and afterwards you pull lever, open this door, and that guy just standing about. Just wait until the guy up top is looking the other way. Take this guy out, and I just stuck him into the corner here, and it ended up working out, so that's all good. This last guy, he's fairly easy. He just stands up there every time someone is alone. It's pretty straightforward. This box will be useful later. Not now, not at the moment. Actually, it will. I'm about to hide that guy in the box. And that's actually a fairly good place to hide it. You can also stick him in a dumpster to the right here. And after this, you plant the explosives, then you have to get away from it. Even though I was pretty close, I didn't take any damage, so I don't think it matters too much, although I wouldn't stand next to it. Or save if you want to try it first. So, after you plant the explosive, my first instinct was to get in the bin, because I knew that guys were spawning, but this doesn't actually end too well. So yeah, this guy actually ends up just going to be like, what do I do? I don't want to kill him. There was no salvaging that particular part of my reasoning. So what I did is I ran into this box here, just hide. And eventually the two guards would walk out of the room. They went in, then they walked out, as you can see here. All you have to do is get out of the prison and jump into the lake. Now, there are guards that are right on the wall. If you swim on the top, you will be discovered, and they will try to kill you. Just stay down, then pop your head up as late as possible, and crouch your way into that next area. So there you go. Thank you for watching. See you next time.